Hi guys, it's Emily from Nobel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my reading catch up, April week 2, and enjoying the sun. Although the sun is trying to peek out at the moment. I was going to be filming outside. But yeah, it hasn't kind of worked out. It's going to be peeking out. But typical, the day this goes live, that day would have been one of the hottest days and I would have been working. And Saturday, the next day, is going to be hot. But I'm going to be enjoying the sun that day. So, obviously I'll talk about the week it's the last week that's been. I've got less books to show you, but I have been insanely busy with the kids because it was Thomas's birthday, so I'll talk about that more at the end. But yeah, I'll show you the books I'm currently reading. I've got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 books to show you, and one of those is a picture this book. But I've worked out that so far this month, not that I'm focusing on numbers, I know I said I wouldn't. I have read, if I include today's book that I'll be finishing, then I would have read 11 books, which, like I said, because I'm not counting as picture this books, that they do count, but they don't count, if that makes sense. Because, yeah, for me, they just don't, because they're so short. But, yeah, so I've kind of read what are happy numbers, but I've read some bigger books, and I think that's where I've got to be gentle on myself. So first of all, I'll show you what I'm reading. I think next week's going to be a bit, because next week I start my buddy read with Chatty. We start reading the book that might destroy us, The 7 Lives of a Century-Old Trickster. That might destroy us. And I've got a tandem read-along book that I'm starting next week, which is looks like a really sunny, happy book. So that'll be good. So I'm going to have kind of 2 buddy reads kind of on the go next week. I don't know. So the week after figures should be high, but God knows. I'm taking everything one day at a time. Anyway, I'm over halfway through Complete Ghost Stories by Charles Dickens. I'm on page 210 I start today, and it is literally another, so I've got about another 110 pages, 119 pages. So I've read some of the short stories. I'm being honest, the only short story in all this I've liked is The Christmas Carol, because I read it in more detail than I read it last time, and I enjoyed that a lot more. There was one that I didn't think was too bad, but I can't for the life of me remember, that literally is only one story in this whole book that I've enjoyed. So today I'm going to be reading The Ghost in the Bride's Chamber, and I may, if I get a chance, that one's a bit of a longer one. I may read The Haunted House. No, The Haunted House is the longer one, so I'll be reading that on Saturday. On the days where there's short ones, I might try and push through and try and read like 2 a day, but I'm going for like 1 a day at the moment. But today's one's not too long. So, yeah, but one that I'm really enjoying. The next book is one that is going to literally smash it out of the park, and that is The Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. We all knew that I was going to bloody love this, and why is it the sun has just appeared just as I'm filming? I'm going to film outside. One of these days you'll get me to do my outside video. Anyway, this is the book that I'm loving. Why is it? Fantasy is always my only 5 stars of the month at the moment. Sneaky peek to what's going to be at the end of the video. But I'm halfway exactly through this, and I bloody love it. It is literally, it's the first in the series. It's the Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. It's the fake dating trope. It's got a demon in it. It's got sauciness. It's got family dynamics. It's got about someone with low self-esteem, which totally I relate to. And it is just an incredible, fun book. I bloody love this. I had Ellie Hazelwood liking it on the back of it. You knew that I was going to like it. And Ozeroth the Ruthless. And obviously I'm scared for Bluing because it talks about Marielle has accidentally summoned a demon, and the demon wants her soul. And that demon can't leave until he has her soul. But he doesn't want to get her soul. And I don't want him to get her soul. And I really love this. I really love the characters. I'm really struggling because I know that I said I would read another book today. So that's the one I'm going to be finishing today. So I probably won't read as much of Marianne by Daphne du Maurier, which is one I'm really looking forward to because it's set in Regency London. It's a classic. It's like, okay, it's 385 pages. So I'm going to get myself to at least the 200 page mark today. But I may well read this over a couple more days and just crack on with that because I just want to read that. It's what has got me in the mood. So I got this years ago. I think either I bought it as a treat or Chris bought it for me. We got it from the Henley bookshop, Bell's bookshop in Henley, which is one of my favourite bookshops ever. think I actually do like it better than the one in Marlow, which I feel guilty about because it's an independent. But the Marlow one, the staff weren't as nice, whereas the staff in Bell's bookshop are lovely. I think Chris is going to get nagged to take me Tenley again soon. But this is like based, I think it's partly based on reality, this one. But it's like, oh, it's set over the Napoleon Wars. Yes, and it's based on the life of Du Maurier's own great-great-grandmother. Just can't wait to read it. I am looking forward to it, and I know I'll enjoy it. So it depends on how much time I have today as to how much of this I read. But yeah, I'm just kind of in the mood for The Witch's Guide to Fate Dating a Demon, because it's just got me. So yeah, I will be reading those today. So, as for the books I've read, I won't be talking about the ones that I've not. My reread was The Warden by Anthony Trollope, and it ducked its rating. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm pretty sorry. I wanted to love this loads, but either I'm not gelling with classics at the moment. I'm still having my funny bits with classics. I'm still hit and miss with them. I really loved this the first time, and I didn't like it as much on the second time. What I think I'm going to do is, at some point, I'm going to reread The Barchester Towers, which is the next one in the Barchester Chronicles. And if I love that, I will keep the series. If I don't, I'm going to unhaul it, because I didn't enjoy this as much as this last time. Sorry, Katie. No, Katie loved, but it is the first in the Barchester Towers series, and I really enjoyed it the first time I read it, but I just didn't connect with the characters as much. And yeah, I don't know, that John Bowl bloody annoyed me, and just certain bits of it just annoyed me this time, so it was only 3 stars. Went down. And this is another one that Danny might hate me for, because Danny loved Wandering Stars by Tommy Orange. I think Charlie rated it 3.5 stars, and I think Jennifer rated it 3. I rated it 3. It's a multi-generational stories of interconnecting bits from a family tree. But I've read this bloody thing in so many books. It's unbelievable. I can't even remember the amount of... This is like the 3rd one I've read, and it reads the same narrative. I'm done with it for now. I really am. So basically, it's like an interconnecting short stories of loads of people in a family, and a native family. And yes, it doesn't go chapter to chapter, but it does. It's just interconnecting short stories. It's set in the Sand Creek of 1864. That's where it starts off. And then you go right through into modern times. It's historical fiction, 3 generations of Native American community. And it is interesting, but when you've read that same sort of dynamic over and over again, it loses its passion. So I'm sorry I didn't love it. Apparently it's based, like, Tommy Orange uses his, like, own sort of stories, I believe, in this, and it's constellations of encounters of past, present and future, and how they all connect. And it's all right, and I read it in a day, so that's it obviously can't be that bad. The story was, I read it in a day, but yeah, I'm just done with interconnecting short stories, so sorry. Now it's a 4 stars, and I've got, well, I only got, if you count my picture book, if you don't count my picture book, I've only got 1 4-star. So the rest of the books have been really good. Only 1 5-star. I think I'm getting really nitpicky on 5 stars, but again, I think I'm pretty darn sure The Witch's Guide to Fate Dating a Demon is going to be 5 stars, because I bloody love it. Anyway, The Long White Cloud Gallopy by Bouquet Uznat, which is a book that the lovely Berna sent me years ago, so it's actually kind of counted for a book, yeah, one of the oldest books. I think it counted for the Katie's prompt of the oldest book on my TBR, and it was one of the oldest books if you don't count the ghost stories. Sorry, I'm just going to pause here for 2 seconds. Thank God for the pause button is all I can say, because Mia just arrived halfway through, just as I was filming. Anyway, so this counted for one of the oldest books on my TBR, but like I said, had I known that this was on the TBR jar and could have come up, that would have counted as the oldest book on my TBR. Anyway, I was so nervous about reading this because of the fact that Berna gave it to me and I wanted to love it, and I really did enjoy it. I don't know what to say, because it's definitely translated fiction. It was set obviously over Gallipy, and in 2000, 1915. I was worried I wouldn't love it because it started off quite slow paced, but I did actually enjoy it really a lot more than I thought it would. And I think, again, it was one of those days where I started reading it when I was probably trying to read. I'm still doing the thing that I said I wouldn't, which is try and read too fast. I still need to stop doing that. But I did enjoy it. It is one I'm going to reread. I'm wondering, I might let Mum read actually. I wonder what Mum would think of this. No, it should. No, I don't think it will. I don't know. But yeah, it's sort of set about the history of Gallopy, and it's got a family again, family things, and it's a, I think it apparently counts as historical fiction. I think it probably does. And it's about stunning, like an 85-year-old secret of a Turkish granny strolling the Gallopy National Park with it. And I loved the Turkish granny. Totally loved that character, the older lady. I think she was amazing. This was a good book, and it's one I'm actually going to keep. So I'm going to go and put those two back on my shelves. I've got a lot of books to keep now. This is going to do my blooming bookshelves in. And then the other one that I rated 4 stars, which I shouldn't have really rated because I'm rating them, I think I'm rating them all 4 stars, unless it's an amazing one. This was a good end up. This is apparently non-fiction. And this is Dreams for Our Daughters by Ruth Doyle. And it counted for the book with blue, because I know Alice loved blue. And oh my God, I almost want to read this to you, but there are bits in this, and it tells you, it tells the girl obviously what we dream for our daughters. And I really love this because it talks about, let me just see if there's a bit, because I just have to show you bits of this. Right. The wind whispers you are welcome, and we have been waiting for you, for the joy-making, groundbreaking magic you'll do. So you'll never be labelled as less than you are. Be brave and believe in your own guiding star, which is totally a bit what I want Mia to know, even though she's an adult. No, she's a teenager nearly. Be a daring sea dragon, a wild wolf cub, a proud freed eaglet, an open range, a mountain tamer, a sky pirate. Where's another bit? There's some of this bits you can still, even though Mia's like nearly a teenager, I want her to know this bit. Oh, there's another bit here. Oyster child, your true beauty shines. Inside it grows. Your hidden pearl, not a shell in the mirror shows. Like, I like this one. Be a fearless defender, a honeybee with armour, guarding against the false charmers and harmers. Mia is so my fierce, strong girl. I just love this book. Like, I just really loved it. I don't know why I picked it up. I think it's because of the daughter thing. And it actually makes me cry reading this because it's all stuff like I might even though Mia is nearly 13, I might actually go and show this to her and say all these things that I want her to be, because yeah, she's developing, but I still want her to be all of these things, you know? I want her to feel that she can be herself, and I think these are the kind of messages we need to show our daughters, and even our sons need it as well, but you know, the next generation need to hear to be themselves and be proud of who they are. And I think the last little bit, yeah, is what I'll show you. Stay true to your dreams, knowing they'll hold the key to ignite the bright changes that you'll long to see. I just love this. So thank you, Shelley. This is probably my favourite. It almost could be 5 stars. So this is actually amazing. So thank you, Shelley and Jack, for doing the picture of this, because I'm actually really excited. Just got 2 more picture of this books to read next. I actually really can't wait. Might make my time to read them both, like, early in the week next week. If I've got a quieter day next week, I might just make a day and just read them. And I know that when I go back to the library, I'm going to get another picture book, because yeah, I just think that it's actually really, girls, you've reignited my love of picture books. So yeah. Anyway, to the 4.5 stars, I've got 3 4.5 stars, and this video is longer than I wanted it to be, so I need to. This is Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. I bought this when Alice was poorly, and I had this daft hope that we wouldn't lose her, and I bought this hoping, because she'd recommended it, she had loved it, she rated it the same as me, 4.5 stars, and I remember her liking it. I remember her telling me to buy it. She literally did tell me to buy it before she got poorly, and I did, and I hoped, and this is the one that I held off reading because I'm gutted that I never got to speak to her about it. And I did cry the other night when I finished it, because I was holding on to it. I was reading a bit longer. It did take a bit longer to read, which is another reason why probably my numbers are a bit less. But that's okay. Turns out this is historical fiction, but it was on my contemporary shelf, which is a bit daft. What you pay for not listening. But I really enjoyed it. And it's heartbreaking that I didn't get to tell Alice that I loved it too. So if you're up there, girl, I loved it. And it's about spring, and Laura's 3 grown-up daughters have returned to the family orchard. It's like saying COVID. So while picking cherries, they begged their mother to tell the one story they've always longed to hear, the film star of whom she shared a stage with and the romance years before. It's a meditation of love, family, friendships. It's really good. My mum is going to love this, but it did make me cry. So yeah, I've not read many. I've read some Anne Patchett, but not many, and I think this is definitely one of the best. And it has made me want to read it. I've even stupidly kept the receipt of when I bought it, so I knew when I would buy it. Here we go. Yeah, I bought it the 6th of the 6th, 2024. So yeah, that was a very tragic time. So yeah, I'm going to keep the receipt. I'm going to get Mum's read it, but yeah. Try not to cry. Now to the other 4.5 stars. This is completely the opposite. This is one that Danny from Danny's Book World bought me for, I think it's my birthday last year. Or it was my birthday last year or Christmas this year. I've got no idea. She bought it for me at some point. And it's the last book in the Knockabout series. And it's one I'm actually keeping the whole series. It's saucy, it's romance, it's like adventurous. There's like a sexy lead characters. Yes, there's lots of sauciness in this. Lucian Rollins is lean, mean, vengeance-making mogul, and obviously, and it's the lead character in this is Sloane Walton, who's a librarian. So I love Sloane. She's probably my favourite out of all three of the female protagonists. Although Sloane's not my favourite of the men, but that's not that. I can't give you sneaky peeks to why. But this ends the series really well. It's goes for the longest book on my TBR, and it is one of my longest books, even though I've got another long one for next month. But I'm gutted she finished this Knockabout series, and I know that she's got the next series that she's starting that I'm going to read, Pretend You're Mine, which is I've got all three of those, and I'll start those in a couple of months because I just want to hold on to these. But it's saucy, it's romance, it's fun. It was just a great book, and I really loved it. So yeah, but that's the keep me. And then to the books that I read for Charlie's Readathon, which is my one a week for Charlie's books for Bowel Cancer Readathon. And this was a book that again was for Soft DNF, and it's the 7 Moons of Marnie Almeida. Again, I read this not long. I started reading this originally. It's for the prompt of the Soft DNF one. I can't remember exactly. I should have got my details in there. But yeah, it's for the prompt of Soft DNF, or one you've been putting off. And that was because I started reading this not long after Alice died. And I started reading a buddy read with the lovely Angela from Reading Off My Shelf, and I put it down very quickly. I couldn't read it. It was not the right time, and it broke me. And so, yeah, I ended up re-picking up. It's historical fiction again. Yes, that's been my jive this week. It's set in Colombo in 1990. Everyone knows about this book. It was literally longlisted or shortlisted for the Women's Prize a few years ago. Jem from Gemma Books sent it to me, and I'm going to keep it because it starts as purple. I love purple. Basically, I ended up really enjoying it. It is more literary than I would like, and I think Tom Lake's quite literary. So I've read a couple of literary fictions, which do take a long time, and it is, again, another bloody long book. So you wonder why I've read less this week, but it was very good. Again, it broke me up into a million pieces. It's breathtaking, it destroys you, it's set in a very different era, it's very dynamic, very gruesome, very gory. Everyone knows about this book, but yeah, I'm glad I reread it. So thank you, Charlie, for doing that prompt, and I'm glad I read it. But that's not one for Mum. And then to my last one, my 5-star. And these videos were supposed to be shorter, and that's not exactly worked out right, has it? And this is Like a Curse by Elmwood Nicol. It is the sequel to Like a Charm by Elmwood Nicol. So again, I can't give so much spoilers. I wish to God, if you want to, basically you should pick this up. I thoroughly love this book. Our lead character, and this is one I'm telling everyone to read for the Spoonies, because you need to read Like a Charm. You need to read Like a Charm, and then you read this. So if you've read Like a Charm, read this. If not, pick up Like a Charm for Spoonies, please. I will be doing more Spoonies recommendations at the end of the month. My announcement has already gone up, so, you know, you can all shout that out. Basically, Chris, but this is also from the newest book on my TBR prompt. The protagonist of this has been diagnosed with dyspraxia, more formally known as developmental coordination disorder, and it affects motor skills and processing. And the author has it, she's own voices, and she got diagnosed at the age of 9, and it makes her handwriting messy. But like Ramya, no one has been able to tell me what I can and can't do. Yes. You'll know that I've been diagnosed with dyspraxia, not formally, but my mum has now linked in a few bits that we should have, because someone I know has recently been diagnosed properly. We've now linked a few dots and worked out that I have it, and my handwriting is awful. You ask the guys at work, it's appalling. But then sometimes it's not as bad. But I struggle with throwing catching, my coordination's off, I fall over a lot. There are so many things that can't be blamed on the car accident because I had them a lot before that. I had them growing up. And there are bits in this that I totally resonated with. It is fantasy. It is 5 stars. The storyline is incredible. The storyline alone is not just about the dyspraxia side. It is an incredible, incredible storyline because it's about fantasy and about you are lost, little witch, forgetting who you are, TikTok little witch, and about a little witch, and she's trying to save the hidden folk, and it's fantasy and it's amazing. But there are bits in this that I totally related with because I do. Like there's bits in this, like she says about like finding friends and how hard it is for her to find friends. And growing up, I've not exactly had it easy finding friends. My book 2 friends are some of my best friends. And there's so many bits I resonated with this, and I just literally love this book. I buddy read it with Kat. Kat rated it 4 stars, which for her it was brilliant. For me it's 5. I loved it. I can't stop loving it. Mum is definitely gonna have to read it. But yeah, that's an incredible book. Talking about ending that bit on a high. So what's been happening this week? So at the start, like literally the day after filming my last reading catch up, I obviously had a course today, but Charlie called me, and you all know that I've been saying a little bit about how I've been struggling a bit recently with just a few various things, and Charlie noticed it and we talked. I don't always talk about, like, I think I kind of expect even my family to guess what's been happening, how I've been feeling. It probably is just getting older, the perimenopause, but I've been having a bit of a wibbles and a bit of wobbles, and Charlie came over with a bunch of tulips, which are stunning, and some mini eggs, which admittedly I've got to, I try and eat a little bit of chocolate every day. I don't binge on it, so it kind of gradually goes with the chocolate, but the tulips, and she gave me the biggest hug. So that was something that the first thing that made me smile. Work is insane. I'm not going to go there, but yeah, that's causing a few stresses and strains. But on Saturday, I got a new phone, which is this will be the first one you'll see me filming on. The next video is from my old phone, but I've got the iPhone 13. Thomas got his first phone because it was Thomas's 10th birthday on Monday the 7th, and I'll show you some pictures, just a couple of pictures of around. And I've said I'm not putting pictures of the kids on here anymore because they both want to keep their privacy, which is fine. But yeah, that was in totally insane days. I'm grateful for my friend Chelsea helping. I'm grateful for my family, but it has been busy. But it's been one of the loveliest weeks weather-wise, which I'm truly grateful for. I've gone on some walks. I've seen some blossoms on the trees. I've noticed more things. But I am so grateful for the sun, because when I have had the chance to sit and stop, that sun has really brightened my mood and it's made me feel happy. So if you got to the end of this video, do me a sun emoji. Yes, it's boring, but that is what I'm so grateful for. What have you been reading this week? What have you all been up to? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all for your love and support. You're all incredible. Obviously Monday's video is going to be quite a good one, because Monday is my 6-year booktube anniversary. I have got an extra video coming up on Sunday, not Easter Sunday actually. God, it's Easter Sunday. I didn't even realise. Oh, sorry guys. My extra video for my April TBR will be up Easter Sunday, and then Easter Monday will be my Sweeney's TBR. Then we'll just go from there. But anyway, hope you all take care. Hope you've all had a good week. I'll see you all soon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my dingly. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.